How y'all doing today? It's your boy Eat What I Got, and I'm back with another video. And for this video, I want to answer a question that was sent to me on Instagram by a young lady that's a nutrition student and a soon-to-be registered dietitian. And her question was, could you make a video on your thoughts on diversity and being a minority yourself in the field of dietetics? And also she wanted to know if there's any challenges that I faced and maybe the future direction of increasing diversity in dietetics. And so first of all, thanks for the question. And to be honest with you, this isn't the first time I've made this video. It was kind of hard to find the direction that I wanted to go. So it may be a long video, I'm not sure, but let's get into it. So first, I want to just let y'all know that in dietetics, I'm actually a minority in the minority. So to kind of prove that, I just want to read y'all some statistics from the Compensation and Benefits Survey of 2017. So in regards of gender in dietetics, only 3 to 4% of dietitians are actually male. So you can kind of see that this field is a female dominant profession. And also in terms of race, 85% of dietitians are white, 4% are considered Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish, 5% are Asian, and only 2% are African American or Black. So you can kind of see that there is a pretty big discrepancy in the races, as white dietitians make the large majority. And so, in my opinion, the reason why there's such a discrepancy in dietetics in regards to race and gender is because I feel that minorities don't choose dietetics as a major in college. First, we can start off with men. When I first started my nutrition program when I was an undergrad, I thought that it was gonna be a lot of men in that profession. I thought I was gonna go to a class where there's gonna be nothing but athletes and guys that are inspired to be personal trainers. And my first nutrition class, I got there, I thought I was in the wrong class because I was like one of 3 guys there, and it was just a whole room of females. And to be honest with you, nothing is stopping men from majoring in nutrition. I just don't think that they're interested in it. Regarding race, in my same undergrad class, my graduating class of about, it might have been like 45 or 50 of us, I think it was like 3 of us that were Black. And like I said, with being males, I just feel that not a lot of minorities choose nutrition and dietetics as a major. And so we can fast forward to when I did my internship. I did my internship at a HBCU. So this is a historically Black college. And to kind of show you that a lot of Black people don't major in nutrition and dietetics, I think their graduating class had like 4 students in their undergrad nutrition and dietetics program, and I don't think any of them went on to be dietitians. I don't think any of them went to do their internship, not even at the school that they were at that had a dietetic internship. So I think that's the biggest barrier. I don't think minorities are stopped from becoming dietitians based on their race. I think it just needs to be promoted more. And so your next question is, how does it feel to be a minority? Have I faced any challenges? To be honest with you, I haven't faced any challenges that I know of. In my career, I've had a lot of success. I've had a lot of things go my way. Things just fell in place. But at the same time, not everything has gone my way. There's been jobs that I've been turned down on multiple times. But I'm the type of person where I'm not gonna blame being a man or being Black. I'm not gonna blame that on why I didn't get picked, because you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, the person that got picked could have been way more qualified than you. or they could have knew the person that was hiring, because at the end of the day, when it comes to looking for jobs and things like that, it's all about who you know. Let's just say, for instance, you were a dietitian and you were trying to hire somebody. You're gonna hire a dietitian that you know over somebody that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's just common sense. So, and also, to kind of go further in that, I think that going through the progression, going through undergrad, internship, becoming a dietitian, I don't feel like I was discriminated against because of my gender and race, because I've actually had a lot of help in my career from people that are different than my race. So I can go into a story. When I was in undergrad, going into my senior year, the summer going into my senior year, I had no experience, no volunteer hours whatsoever in dietetics. And I knew I needed to get some to kind of beef up my resume before I applied to internships. And so I reached out to this dietitian. I think her name was Liz. And this lady was white. She worked in diabetes and she let me shadow her. She didn't have to do that. A lot of dietitians would have been like, oh, I can't accept students, I'm too busy, but she went out of her way and let me come and shadow her for like 2 or 3 days a week all summer. And she acted as my mentor and she answered any questions that I had. And after I was done volunteering with her, she offered to write me a letter of recommendation for when I applied to the internship. She definitely didn't have to do that. And I feel that being shadowing her and being mentored by her, that really boosted my confidence. And I think her letter of recommendation could have been a contributing factor of me getting accepted into a dietetic internship. And also another example of how somebody outside of my race helped me was during my internship. So this was at the end of my internship. One of my last rotations was a clinical rotation at a large hospital, actually the place where I used to work. And they really liked me. I really enjoyed that. That was my favorite rotation. And pretty much everybody there, all the dietitians there were white or another ethnicity or race other than black. And after I finished my internship, if y'all watched any of my other videos, my first job was as a diet tech. So my specialty rotation, which was my last rotation before the internship was over, I did it at the diabetes center at that hospital. It's in a different department than that clinical rotation I did, but I would see the clinical dietitians like walking in the hallway or whatever, and they would always tell me, hey, apply for this job, we really liked you, we would like you to work for us. I know it's just a diet tech position, but trust me, just apply for this job. And I didn't really want to hear that because I wanted to be a dietitian. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be a diet tech. I felt like I went through too much school and all this stuff to be paid a lot less than registered dietitians. But they kept advocating for me. And also, once I took that job, I got hired the same day as our nutrition manager, or our dietitian manager. So the lady that was over all the clinical dietitians. So she didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? But because of those dietitians, those white dietitians, and they had an Asian dietitian advocating for me, hey, hire him, I was hired on by a new nutrition manager without even having to do an interview. And then that job 2 weeks later turned into a full-time registered dietitian position. So with that being said, I don't really care about people's race. I don't even look at myself as a minority. Because if you start doing that and blaming your race for things that you don't accomplish, I think you're I think you're pretty much doing yourself a disservice, because a lot of times you need to look in on yourself and do a self-evaluation and see what you can do better. Because if you don't get a job and you say, oh, I didn't get the job because I'm black, if you just keep falling back on that, then you're not gonna progress. So instead of saying, oh, I didn't get the job because I'm black, maybe you can say, you know what, I can get some more, I can get qualified more. I can get a specialty in this area. I can go get a master's degree. And then once this job opportunity comes up, I can beat anybody that's gonna be going up against me because my resume is gonna be beefed up. And also, like with my platforms, YouTube, my Facebook group, man, I don't care what gender you are, what race, what religion, what political beliefs. I'm out to help everybody, man, because I look at people by their character. Because some of the people that will mess over you the worst are people that have your same ethnicity or skin color. So kind of felt like I've been everywhere on this video. Hopefully I answered this question. And also, I feel that in the future, I do think that this profession can become more diverse. But I think in order to do that, different minorities, we need to put ourselves out there more. Like start Instagram, start a YouTube, be active on Facebook, so you can let other minorities that are younger than us, that are just getting into the nutrition dietetics field, be like, oh, I've never seen a male dietitian before, or I've never seen a black dietitian before. Let me ask him some questions to see how he likes his career. And just somebody younger seeing you, you know what I'm saying, as their same race, they could be inspired to become a dietitian, and you can act as a mentor to help them along the way. So I definitely think that if this thing is gonna get bigger, if it's gonna be more diverse, we have to put ourselves out there. So hopefully you found this video informative. Y'all have a nice day. And if you're a nutrition student or a dietetic intern and you're concerned about passing the RD exam, feel free to join my Facebook group, RD Exam Prep, which will be down in the description. And this is where you can be part of a community that will answer any questions that you may have, as well as I provided free study guides, notes, and practice exams. And while you're at it, follow me on Instagram at EatRightGuy, and visit my website, eatrightguy.com, where I post weekly blogs on nutrition and dietetics related topics.